plan to navigate Pakatan Harapan plus PAS to go forward to ensure there are no electoral hate on collision between PAS Amanah or PAS DAP? I think YB Tony Pua is too optimistic that PAS is not needed at all. That's the first question. Number two, what can we do as ordinary citizens to push along the agenda to ensure victory in the next general election? So, YB Tony, please. Too optimistic.
Must say, if you are not optimistic, don't become a politician. Very depressing, you know, otherwise. Cannot go Sarawak, cannot go out of the country, prospect of going to jail. The question is actually very simple. Are we able to get along with us? A very simple question. Are we able to get along with us? If we are not able to get along with PAS, if you don't think that PAS will ever change the way they act, and given that all the leaders we supported in PAS have left PAS, what's there left to talk to PAS about? There's no question that PAS will have their remnant supports. There's no question about that. But that is today. That is today. Now that will change in 2 years if Pakatan Harapan can get our act together and sell our vision to the whole country. And that's what we need to do. Now, I believe that the views and the policies and the principles that the three parties, PKR, DAP and Amanah, can put together will be able to convince those who are on the fence, those who previously supported PAS, to come on board to support the new coalition. Now let us not also look down on the man on the street. The man on the street, when they give their vote, they want to give to a party that can make a difference. They don't want to waste their votes. Now come election time, assuming we cannot get on some form of electoral pact together, the best thing to do is we are able to settle on some electoral pact, as Rafizi has always said, you know, whereby we avoid three-corner fights if possible. Now, in the event that we are unable to avoid three-corner fights, as the voter, you have a choice of Barisan Nasional, you have a choice of PAS, and you have a choice of Pakatan Harapan. If you are anti-Barisan Nasional, you want to bring down Barisan Nasional, what is the logical choice of party that you vote for? Pakatan Harapan. Any party that is Pakatan Harapan. Because you know that only Pakatan Harapan have a chance of beating BM in Putrajaya. PAS, if you vote for them, even if they win that seat, will not be able to win in Putrajaya. So, it is during these 2 years that we have to turn the ship around. And I think the ground, the population, Malaysia, is right to be turned around because we have all the issues, all the fertilizers that you need. 1 MDB lah, 2.6 billion lah, everything you can talk about, FLDA lah, everything you can talk about to make this happen. So we need to work, there's no question about it. It is not a given that it will happen, but I believe that the potential, the latent potential, the ground is fertile for Pakatan Harapan to take over, and that PAS may not be relevant anymore in the years down the road. Thank you.
As one of united opposition faction in the country, what is the Pakatan Harapan stand on DPPA?
Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement. The answer is actually very short. If you have read the papers, if you have read the internet, whether in Malaysia, in South Korea, in US, or many other countries, the opinions on DPPA is wide and varied. Some are supportive, some are against, and some don't know what to think. For Pakatan Harapan, we have not established a position as yet on TPPA for a very simple reason. Okay, many leaders have expressed their views, but we have not established a position for a very simple reason. We don't have the agreement. The devil is in the details. You know, we have to balance out the pros and the cons. There are going to be pros and there are going to be cons. It's going to encourage competition, and if competition allows our GLCs to become more competitive or our government to become more prudent, that's a good thing. The cons is if our medicine prices are going to go up and the impact is 20%, that's a terrible thing. But we don't know any of this. If our medical cost goes up by 1%, but our government savings can go down by 20%, perhaps we need to think about it in detail and debate. So we are waiting, and our position has always been very consistent. We want more details from the Ministry of International Trade and Industry. Table in Parliament, show us the entire document. We have been promised that the document is coming in a week or a month's time. In a month's time, it's 2,000 pages long. We have to go through that 2,000 pages and identify the red flags before we can come to a firm conclusion whether as a coalition we will back or we will object to the agreement. I think that's fair to the people out there so that we don't disadvantage anyone who may actually benefit from such an agreement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.